Welcome to my video. This is the Eclectic Male Witch. Today, I'm going to show you Friendship Wine Glass Spell. This is a very effective spell. About 2.5 months ago, right before the full moon, because it was still on a waxing moon, remember correctly, it was a couple days before the full moon, I ended up doing this spell. I created the spell myself. Now, I have seen other spells that use glasses like this, but I use my own ingredients based on friendship. And if the thing about friendship spells, they're somewhat similar to love spells, but it's about your intention. Definitely not looking for that kind of love. I'm married, so now the good thing about this spell, I've made 2 friends since I've done that, and I haven't made new friends in a long time. And I'm telling you, it's just amazing. I mean, like, wow. Like, I want to share it with you guys. So it's all about intentions, and also ingredients definitely help. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to use. Okay, first thing I'm going to use is rose water. I'm going to fill it about 1/3 full of that. Raw honey, which both can be used for love or friendship. Cinnamon essential oil. My own Come To Me oil. I'm going to have to make more. It's getting low, but I got enough for today. A little bit of cane sugar. Rose petals. And jasmine oil. Jasmine oil is another essential oil you can use for love or for friendship. So, alright. Oh, one more ingredient. Chamomile. Chamomile has a calming effect. And the way this will work, if you make a new friend, you won't start arguing with each other. You'll remain calm. You'll get to know each other. So by adding this ingredient in with my intentions, when you make friends, it'll help you be successful in that way. Alright, so let us begin. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the rose water. I'm going to fill it about 1/3 full. Right there. Okay. Next thing I'm going to add is my organic honey. A little bit, just enough of that where when I stir it, it'll mix in. Okay. And then cinnamon oil. That's going in next. There we go. Okay, put that cap back in there. Jasmine oil. Cap off. There we go. Smells really good. Alright. I'm leaving the cap off because I'm still going to be using this for in a minute. A little bit of cane sugar. Chamomile. And these are all biodegradable products. You understand why I'm telling you that in a minute. So, about that much should be fine. Crunch it up a little bit. Put my intentions into it. Sprinkle it in the glass. There we go. Okay. Some rose petals. Same thing. Crunch it up a little bit. Put my energy into that. Okay. Sprinkle that in. Go. Alright. I also got a small rose quartz that's going to go in the glass. And I have a plastic spoon. Now, it would be my preference to use a wooden spoon. I will not use metal. But I will use plastic, even though it's not something I really prefer to do. I prefer to have a wooden spoon, but I just don't have a small enough one right now. So plastic is acceptable if you don't have that. Then I got a jasmine incense right here. So, what I'm going to do, I got a petition. I'm going to take that, rub it between my hands, get the energy going in that. Here we go. This is what my petition says. I'm going to cover my name. See if you can see this. I still got to get my new camera set up. I haven't had time yet, so I'm still using my phone camera. Loving friends is my heart's plea, faithful and true, so mote it be. Okay? Now I'm going to take my jasmine oil. Sorry, the camera's up a little bit so I can see the glass, so I'm sorry if you can't see this quite right what I'm doing. I'm trying to get so you can see this here. Alright, the four corners again, like I did the other night. My other spell. 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Put the jasmine oil in the four corners of the petition. See? You can see that? Alright. Now I'm going to take my rose quartz. I'm going to set it right in the middle of the petition. Just like that. Alright? Then I'm going to fold it towards me while I speak my intention. Loving friends. Loving friends is my heart's plea. Faithful and true, so mote it be. Turn it to the right. Fold it towards me again. Turn it around again to the right. Fold it again towards me. So it's just like that in a little packet. Now when I drop it in here, it can come out. That's okay if it does. The point is I put it in there with my intentions and I sealed it just like that. So next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to drop it right in the glass. Just like this. Here we go. And I'm going to start stirring it clockwise. I'm not doing with it. The incense, I'm going to light that. But I'm not taking incense and like going around it like I've been doing. This is a different type of spell. So I'm going to grab a lighter here. I will work it around a little bit, just one time or so. There we go. Now I'm going to send the incense over here. And I do need to clear the energy. I don't want anything messing the spell up. I did cast a circle. I called quarters. In case there's any lingering energy, I'm just going to go through with the bell and banish it. Okay? All energy that is not related to friendship or love is not welcome and must go now. So mote it be. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take my spoon, I'm going to stick it in here, I'm going to start stirring. And I'm going to speak my intentions as I do that. Here we go. And I'm going to mean it with all my heart. Loving friends is my heart's plea. Faithful and true, so mote it be. Loving friends is my heart's plea. Faithful and true, so mote it be. I'm just going to keep speaking it. Loving friends is my heart's plea. Faithful and true, so mote it be. Loving friends is my heart's plea. Faithful and true, so mote it be. Loving friends is my heart's plea. Faithful and true, so mote it be. Now I'm going to set the spoon down. Rub my hands together. Place it on the glass and keep speaking my intentions. Loving friends is my heart's plea. Faithful and true, so mote it be. Loving friends is my heart's plea. Faithful and true, so mote it be. Loving friends is my heart's plea. Faithful and true, so mote it be. Loving friends is my heart's plea. Faithful and true, so mote it be. Loving friends is my heart's plea. Faithful and true, so mote it be. And then I'm going to kind of go back and forth between stirring it and putting my energy into it through my hands. Now you notice with this spell, I'm not actually targeting anybody with their actual name, because I don't want to violate anybody's free will. I suppose you could, and it might even work, but is that true friendship? Ask yourself that. Like, if you're trying to be friends with somebody, and they push you away even, and you get desperate, and you try doing something like this, do you really think that's a true friendship because you're trying to force them to do it? I mean, no. I mean, I made a couple of friends in the last 2.5 months just by doing it this way, just by doing a neutral spell. I'm not going to violate somebody's free will. No. Now, I'm still working on a couple people for friendships, you know. I'm not going to say where I work, but I got a couple people at work that I'm trying to become friends with still. And I'm going to do it the right way. I'm going to get to know them. I'm going to show them how serious I am. And just try to be myself around them. For a while, I wasn't doing that. I was just trying to go out and be somebody that I'm not. I'm a lot more outgoing than I used to be, but at the same time, I'm not going to just not be myself. I'm going to be my kind, loving self that I have been. And I'm just going to do it the right way to make these friends that I'm working on. And I have faith it's going to happen. I think this spell will help me. But I'm not targeting anybody. Like I said, I can't do that. That violates my morals. And I know some people might, but I personally won't. I'm going to encourage people. I know you can't tell people how to do their craft, but I'm just going to say I encourage people not to do that. Would you want someone doing that to you? I mean, really? No, I don't think you would. We should love each other. Like I said last night with the spell, love, worth, value, and beauty. If you really believe that, you're not going to force your will on somebody. So, all right, let's do this some more. Loving friends is my heart's plea. Faithful and true, so mote it be. Loving friends is my heart's plea. Faithful and true, so mote it be. Loving friends is my heart's plea. Faithful and true, so mote it be. Loving friends is my heart's plea. Faithful and true, so mote it be. Trying to get all the chamomile, all the ingredients off the spoon as much as I can. One more time, I'm going to go through with my hands. I'm going to get ready to stop the video after I explain what I'm going to do, because for time's sake and everything, and because I pretty much showed you what to do. And then I'm going to explain what you do with it afterwards. Okay? Loving friends is my heart's plea. Faithful and true, so mote it be. Loving friends is my heart's plea. Faithful and true, so mote it be. Okay. I would continue doing this for a few more minutes until my intuition tells me to stop. Back and forth routine the spoon, putting my energy into it. Alright, you want to do this on a waxing moon, because this is bringing something to you, like I was explaining the other night. On a waning moon, it's things you're trying to get away from you, like habits in your life that are bad or other things. I can show you some of that, like when a waning moon comes. But we're about halfway between a waning and waxing moon right now, so we're still in the waxing stage. So what I'm going to do after I'm done with this, I'm going to open my circle. I'm going to take this cup out in my backyard, just like you're throwing a drink like this. I'm going to throw it as hard as I can into my backyard, and it's going to scatter into the air and land on the ground. And that's going to throw my intentions out into the universe. And everything in here is biodegradable, so we're pretty safe there. I'm not going to use something that's going to hurt the environment. The quartz crystal might not dissolve. It will either go underground, or I will find it later on outside, and either I'll bury it or just kind of leave it there. It's just rose quartz. It's a natural crystal, so that'll be fine. So, all right. Well, I hope you enjoyed my video today. Thank you for watching. This is the Eclectic Male Witch. Blessed be.